Dear friends, today we have a special episode of Super Tony's Adventures. Enjoy! Hello everyone! Tony, you have been working hard and long on your videos only to make your subscribers happy. So, here's $1 billion for you. You earned them, but you need to spend all this money in 24 hours and you can't donate it to some charity or give it to a friend. If you fail, I will take the money away from you and also everything you bought. Tony, that's not enough. You have to think big. Let me help you. What about an island? Many people dream of owning a little piece of land in the middle of the ocean. So, let's buy the most expensive place around. That will be the Lanai Island, which belongs to the Hawaiian Islands. The price of this paradise is about $500 million. That's half of your fortune. I think we are going to be able to spend it all, huh, Tony? Now that you have your own island, we should buy you a nice car. Let's buy the most expensive vehicle in the world. That would be the Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. Under the hood, you will find a 6.5 liters V12 engine that can reach 750 horsepower. The price of this fancy car is $4.5 million. We nearly reached our goal, right? If you want to visit your island in the middle of the sea, then you need a helicopter. Or even better, the tilt-rotor aircraft BA-609, which is a convertiplane. This aircraft can hover, fly vertically, and even backwards, and it costs only $10 million. So, a successful billionaire should also own a luxury yacht. Don't waste your time choosing, and simply buy the 162-meter-long Dubai yacht. It's big enough for 115 people and the crew. Inside you will find a pool, a helipad, and a garage for a small submarine. And the price? Just $300 million. By the way, where are you going to live? You need a house. Let's build one similar to that of Roman Abramovich, a Russian billionaire who lives in London in a $140 million mansion. And what else do you need to be a real rich person, Tony? Right, a watch. You need the most expensive watch in the world. That would be the Joailin Manchette. It has a silver dial covered with sapphire glass, while the strap is made of white gold, 576 diamonds, and 11 onyx crystals. Yeah, it's pretty dope, and its price is only $26 million. Now it's time to buy a mall in downtown LA for $18.5 million. What do you mean why? Well, it's a good investment for all your high-maintenance stuff. You probably know that if you have high valuable property, you have to pay many taxes. So this expensive building will bring you $1 million per year. It should be enough. So we still have some money left. What can we do? What should we buy? I know. According to Forbes, the highest paid actor in the world is George Clooney. He receives around $1 million for a workday. So let's hire him for 24 hours. He can walk around with you, entertain you, and play scenes from his many movies. Rich people have weird habits. So we did it, Tony. We spent $1 billion in 24 hours. Wait, what's that? You still have $1 left. A deal is a deal. I'm gonna take away all the things you bought. No, Tony, no cry. Maybe this is for the better. Easy money isn't always good. It's better to make money by working hard. Hello, friends. Today, we have the most experimental experiment of all the experiments in the world. And of course, Tony will play the main part. Yes, buddy, I think you have eaten way too much candy and have gained a few pounds over the last days. So, starting right now, you're gonna stop eating sugar for a month, and we'll see what's gonna happen. Let's start. So, instead of sweets, you are gonna eat fruits, vegetables, yogurts, eggs, and lean meat. And instead of drinking soda, you are gonna drink plain water. I see things are going well at first. But after 1 week, it's clear that something is not right with Tony. His body is trying to adapt because it is not getting the usual amount of sugar. As a result, Tony is constantly feeling hungry, anxious, and stressed. The reason is that sugar enters the human body and stimulates the production of dopamine, the happy hormone. But there's another hormone, cortisol, responsible for stress. So, right now there's an excess of cortisol in Tony's body because there's no sugar. But you just hold tight, Tony, this feeling will go away soon. The second week is pretty hard. Tony is constantly feeling the need for sweet. And he's annoyed because everyone can have sugar while he can't. But there's a way out, eating dried fruits. They will replenish your glycogen reserves, as well as give you energy and make you feel happy. Therefore, at the end of week 2, Tony's life is getting back to normal. The third week goes pretty well. The bad things are behind us, right, Tony? Now, you don't want something sweet all the time. Moreover, you don't want to sleep all the time and you have much more energy. By the end of the experiment, Tony's body has adapted to the new diet. It's getting all it needs from healthy food. Moreover, the extra pounds are gone, the blood pressure is back to normal, and the cholesterol level has dropped. You even look prettier, Tony. We can say that our experiment has been a success. So, now you see how sugar affects our bodies. We are not saying you have to stop eating sweets for good, but try to be moderate. Only then you'll be healthy and happy. Hello, everyone. Oh no, not again. Tony, how many times have I told you not to eat fast food? It's really unhealthy. Well, now I'll have to give you a punishment and you're not gonna like it. I'm sorry, but it's the only way for you to see how bad fast food is for your health. So, let's start today's experiment. So, it's been a few days since Tony started his fast food diet. Now he's constantly feeling tired, even after getting a good 8-hour sleep. The reason is burgers have too much carbohydrates that pump tryptophan right into your brain, and this, in turn, causes tiredness. In other words, the more fast food you eat, the easier it will be to get tired. After only 1 week, you can see Tony's getting a little bigger. And again, carbs are to blame, because fast food carbs are special. They're known as fast or simple carbohydrates. Your body has a hard time ingesting them, so it stores them as fat. Also, if you eat a lot of fast food in one sitting, your glucose level will go through the roof, making you feel full. But in just about an hour, you'll be hungry again. Besides, fast food contains loads of additives and flavor enhancers that easily stimulate the pleasure center of our brain. As a result, our body gets used to this sensation, which leads to addiction. So, even though Tony tried to limit himself to 3 meals a day, his constant hunger made him eat more and more burgers. 2 weeks have passed. Let's check up on our friend. As you can see, his heart is now struggling to pump blood to the system. This happens because trans fats increase cholesterol levels in the body. This creates lumps in the arteries that make the blood flow more difficult. You can also see swellings all over Tony's body because of the salt that is found in large quantities in fast food. It strains the kidneys, and they can't work right anymore. And look how the skin's changed. Fast food has a very high glycemic index, which indicates how carbohydrates from food affect blood glucose. So remember that fast food has a lot of simple sugars, carbohydrates, and trans fats that can make acne bloom on your face and body. I think after this experiment, Tony will start thinking about his diet. Friends, we don't think you should say no to fast food forever, but at least try to eat it less. For example, no more than once a week. Choose healthier foods that will make you strong, healthy, and beautiful. Remember, you are what you eat. Tony, get ready! Today we're gonna face a new challenge. It's the Try Not to Cry challenge. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna tell you a sad story, and you are not allowed to cry or even shed a tear. Friends, let's take on this challenge together and tell us in the comments if you cried or not. Let's begin. This is a true story about Barry, a St. Bernard dog. He lived in the Great St. Bernard Hospice in Switzerland in the 19th century. Barry was a rescue dog, and he could find people who got trapped under the snow. Even though Barry was smaller than his peers, he rescued 40 people, saving them from a cold and lonely death. Once, there was a fierce blizzard on the mountain. Barry, along with other dogs, was sent to find some missing persons. They saved many people that day, and it was already time to come back. But right then, the loyal Saint Bernard picked up the scent of a person and rushed to save him, while the rest were already going home. Barry found a soldier under the snow and tried to dig him out. The dog started licking the poor fella, but the soldier was in shock and mistook the dog for a wolf and started hitting him. Barry could have stopped after being wounded, but he kept digging. That day, Barry didn't come back home. The next morning, a rescue brigade started looking for Barry. The other dogs quickly found their friend, but he was already dead. Barry had died because of the wounds and the blood loss, but he fulfilled his duty. Next to him, they found the soldier, still alive. Barry's monument can be seen in a pet cemetery near Agnières-sur-Seine, with a plaque that states he saved the lives of 40 people. He was killed by the 41st. That soldier was the most faithful visitor of the monument. He used to visit the place with his children to show them his savior. He was thankful and he was sorry because the dog gave up his life to save him. Looks like Tony didn't complete the challenge, but don't worry, that simply means that you aren't heartless or insensitive. Don't forget to be kind to others, dear friends. Tony, why aren't you sleeping? Do you know what time it is? Oh, by the way, do you know that at this hour, when yesterday and today meet, the evil spirits of the earth wake up? Like ghosts, demons, ghouls, and your noisy neighbor. So, it is the best time for our new experiment. Let's begin with something easy. Let's try to play the closet game. All you need to do is step inside the closet with a match and speak the words, "Show me the light," or "Leave me in darkness." Tony, if you hear someone whispering, light the match. Otherwise, something will come from behind and take you into the darkness. Hold on, don't look around, or that would be your last mistake. Now slowly open the door and get out of the closet with your lit match. Congrats, Tony. Now there's a real monster living in your closet. What? You wonder now how you can use the clothes that you left inside? Just make sure that there's enough light in the room, because the demon doesn't like it. Do otherwise, and he will take you to the underworld. Now, let's play a different game. It is the most popular paranormal challenge. It is known as the Midnight Man. So, Tony, you need to write your name on a piece of paper. Now jab your finger and drop some blood on the paper. Now place the paper with your name on it in front of the door and put a lit candle on top of the paper. Now knock on the door 22 times and make sure that the final knock sounds exactly at midnight. Now open the door and blow out the candle. Congratulations, you just allowed the Midnight Man to come inside, although no one asked you to. Now the game begins. You have to light your candle again and try to avoid the Midnight Man at all costs. If your candle suddenly goes out, that means the Midnight Man is near you. You have 10 seconds to relight your candle.
Scusi.
Otherwise, the ghost will cause you horrible hallucinations. But don't worry too much, because the game ends at 3:33 a.m. when the Midnight Man will leave your house. And Tony, I forgot to tell you that those who have played this game advise others not to do it. The consequences are unpredictable, from innocent hallucinations to serious mental trauma. And let's end this episode with the most terrible and dangerous game in the world. Attention, don't try this trick at home. So Tony, all you have to do is knock on the door of your house from the outside, but there is one condition. If you want to see the real consequences, you need to have 25 missed calls from your mother. Unfortunately, We cannot tell you what will happen because the persons who took this risk to play don't want to talk about it. Tell us in the comments if you have played any paranormal games and what were the consequences. The best story would be featured in our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see each other again in the next episode of Super Tony.